Ladies and gentlemen, the show we've all been waiting for, Paranormal Buzz Radio is proud to present REP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts, Kim Purvis and Allison Robinson. Live every Thursday night on Spreaker, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, REP Paranormal Busters.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Excuse me, sorry. All right, welcome to another night of REP Paranormal and Friends. We have a special guest tonight. We have Chris Case here tonight, so welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. How you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic. Swell, great.
Don't sound so enthused.
No, I'm doing good. I'm ready for the weekend to get here, and all that good stuff.
Well, speaking of the weekend, let's talk about Saturday night.
Yeah, so Saturday night is the big event at the Malvern Manor that will have Elizabeth Saint, Ashley Godwin, Johnny Hauser, Charlotte Hardin, Madison Smith, and added on Ron Haskett as well. So a pretty good lineup. So 6 people, so it'll be a pretty good lineup. There's still like a couple tickets left, but they should be gone by tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really long day, but it's going to be a blast. So, yeah, doors are opening at 2:30 if you're a gold VIP ticket holder, and then you'll go till midnight.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, this is Saint's first time ever at the Malvern Manor, and then Ashley's investigated it a couple times already before. Obviously, we know Hauser's been there multiple times, so Charlotte's been there, Madison. So it should be really cool. It'll be a fun trip.
Awesome. Okay, so Kim kind of just jumped right into it. No, she just jumped right into it. But just give us a little bit of background on you, what you've been up to, what are you doing, how'd you get into the paranormal, what other things do you do?
Yeah, so I started out in the paranormal. My first experience is when I was 14 years old. I remember laying in my bedroom. Me and my brother shared a room. We had bunk beds. I was 14 when it happened, and we always left our bedroom doors open. Even my dad did as well. My dad was a single father that raised me and my brother. And so then, we always had the doors open just because we were robbed twice as when we were younger kids. Our house got broken into. So it's just kind of one of those, safety type thing, I guess. So I remember laying there one night, and I just woke up in a panic. And I sat up. My heart was racing. And I just, immediately stared over at the closet. For why, I don't know why, but all of a sudden I see the closet door come open, and this big, it was probably about 6 foot figure was walking towards me. So me, being when I was young and then we had our house broken into twice, I was thinking okay, well, maybe this is actually a real human, and this ain't cool,
Right.
So I remember yelling at my dad and my brother to get the light. I was yelling at the top of my lungs, I need you guys to turn on the light. There's something walking towards me. neither of those two like decided to get up and help me. Like they were dead weight to me at that. They were dead to me at that time, right? Like,
Yeah.
'cause I'm freaking out. So I get up out of my bed, and this thing's still walking towards me, and it's like slow moving. It's not coming like a human, but I can't tell a difference.
Right.
I mean, that's the first time I've ever encountered this. Before that, I was like, no, that don't exist. As I get to the light switch, I remember putting my hand on the light switch. Instead of flicking it on real fast, I was like, man, like, what is this? And why is it here? Like, my brain started getting real curious to why is this thing here? And what is it? What does it want? Why is it after me? You know what I mean? And I kind of, like, just took my hand off the light switch, and then it felt like time had just stopped. It stopped, and I stopped, and we just looked at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he turned around, and as I go to turn on the light switch, I finally turn it on, and I see the closet door close. I remember going over into the closet, looking, and there wasn't nothing.
Wow.
So it was kind of like that's what got me into it. But at that age in high school, I'm not going to sit there and like talk about
right.
like to it, because I'd be that crazy kid in school.
Right, exactly, exactly.
And it's, like, no, you're crazy,
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't really talk about it much. And then I was just always fascinated in the shows and stuff like that. And then it got, like, to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm going to go out and do this. I really want to figure out what happened that night to me. Like, why did these come to me and stuff like that? And just started the team up, which was Omni Paranormal Society. We did that for about 2 years. And then 2017? Yeah, 2017 was just a long year. I mean, we did 56 investigations in 1 year.
Shit.
And we're not talking like the same location multiple times. Like, I mean, we went to a few of them 2 or 3 times, but most of them were other locations, and so it was gone every weekend and stuff like that. And then just having a team, like, it can get hard.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky. You guys have a couple people that normally when I see you guys, it's just you two, I know you have a team though, but when you have a big team, it just gets hard, like making everyone happy and all that stuff. So it gets to that point where you're just like, and then I wanted to break off and doing filmmaking. I mean, honestly, the reason why I got into filmmaking was the Blair Witch Project. And, I met Josh and Johnny and all those guys, and we just started doing our thing. So
very nice, yeah. Like you said, it is hard to have a big group. A lot of them.
We started out with seven and we're down to four regulars and one that can go part-time.
Yeah, she adopted her grandbaby, so it was hard for her to get away. So.
Yeah, and that's good. Like, that's family first, and that's that's something that I've kind of. I know I made a post for anyone that follows me on Facebook, like the other day, about how I am going to take a step back after this weekend. It's just with my son getting older, it's time to really focus on him more than it is that. And I think. I think that's some of the problem in this field right now is that, one, everybody's fighting each other to get on TV, or they're fighting about like whose evidence is better than that person's evidence. And they're really like, I see people like obsessing about the dead so much, they're forgetting about their family, and they're forgetting about, the living. And you have to really, you're still alive. Like, live your life that you're alive and your loved ones, and make your family know, And so it was just kind of my decision that I feel like I'm going to back up a little bit and kind of just focus on my son and live life a little more instead of chasing dead people.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I've seen some of those pictures of your son. He's a daredevil.
That kid, I know, he's already had a broken arm.
Oh my gosh.
A broken leg. Like, that kid is ruthless. So there's going to be a lot of broken body parts in his life.
I'm glad mine haven't had any yet, knock on wood, but if any do, it's going to be my younger one, because she's crazy.
She's the daredevil of the two.
She's going to Costa Rica in 2 years, too. So she's going to be going, they're doing zip lining over the rainforest and stuff like that, and so I can just imagine. Like, I'm glad there's going to be insurance with that, because she's going to end up doing something.
Right, yeah. I just think, like, as far as like family and stuff like that, like even Terrify, when I say Terrify Entertainment, like that's, you know, me, Hauser, Herd, Ron just joined up there too. Luis will help us out with stuff. Seth Alney, Paul. Yeah, everyone knows Paul the Wizard. Like we've decided kind of as a group too is that we're still going to do paranormal films, but we want to go outside of the spirit realm. Like we're just like, you know, we have one that we're in works right now of 1903, which is about a cryptid creature. Cool. Seth is coming out with that Squatch in Iowa one soon. It is done, so he should be premiering it here soon. And it's just, you know, we just want to get outside of the spirit realm and show that we can do more than just this. Like, so we're kind of really focusing on documentaries that are life-changing as far as like telling somebody's story. Josh and I started filming one that Chuck Banks asked us to about a baseball coach that had cancer. So that fought his way through cancer. And so we started filming that already. We're going to finish that one as well. And then I'm working on, you know, Pine Ridge is still in the works. It's just with all the flooding and now they've got snow.
Oh my gosh,
it's just so brutal right now to do that. And, you know, like, to be honest, being a white person, it is hard to build trust with natives. You really, really have to build that trust, and that takes years. That ain't just like a one visit. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
definitely.
Come on our reservation and film us, you know what I mean? Like, so, but they've been really cool. The contacts I've gotten have been so amazing and stuff like that. And I'm also going to probably start on another one eventually here about how the natives are treated in present day, like women especially. So that's on the drawing board right now. And then I'm working on the John Jubert one as well, which is a serial killer. So.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Those would be cool.
Yeah, we want to kind of get into more true crime stuff. I mean, me, Hauser, Herd are just huge into true crime and Seth. And so it was like, you know, why don't we let's shift a little bit and see what's out there, you know, and what we can do. And it's just cool that, you know, you do have 4 filmmakers that can come together and create stuff together, you know. It's awesome. And those dudes are so amazing. So.
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I like to watch all that kind of stuff on TV. Like, I watched the John Wayne Gacy one not too long ago.
Yeah.
I love all that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, John Jubert was a very unknown one, especially in Nebraska. He was in the 80s, you know, like he was very unknown. He was a 19-year-old when he committed murder. He killed 2 boys, you know, in Omaha, in Bellevue and that. So I'm working on that right now. And he killed another boy up in Maine before he came to Omaha. And so just kind of what makes that guy, what made him snap at the age of 19, you know, like, was it just out of nowhere? But like, from what I've all researched about him, no, it's not, you know, like most of those killers you see that they had a bad childhood, you know, rather they're sexually abused or they were just abused and physically abused, and they're really messed up at a young age. So yeah.
All right, let's see here. Oh, we got a question here for you.
Cool.
It's from Darren. What is your device of choice?
To be honest, I don't really use a lot of devices anymore. Like I got, when I did, you know, I was a gun ho guy that was like, I'm going to get tons of cameras. I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on equipment. And I did. And then it got to that point where like, I don't need to really prove it to anyone anymore because I know it exists. So now it's about like just taking a recorder and just seeing what they say back to me. When I host events, like I do all the ones I've been doing at the Sally House, the Ghost Hunting 101s. I really like to take the dowsing rods because I can sit there and I'll hold them and I will start the sessions and people will think I'm faking it. And then I'll hand them over to them and it's a whole different story. You know, so then people are like, holy shit, I'm feeling this thing. You know? I can actually feel it touching it, and it's. I really think dowsing rods are really, really cool. I don't know. I'm open for any kind of equipment, though. Like I think it's good to test out apps on phones. Like why not? Why why can't this work? I know there's people out there that diss them, same with dowsing rods and all this, or Ouija boards. But it's weird because the same person that thinks you're manipulating the dowsing rods thinks that Ouija boards are legit.
Yeah.
Easily manipulated Ouija boards. Same with anything. You can manipulate any of this equipment that we use. So, I mean, I just don't get that, and I just don't get that sometimes. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't either.
That's just like the K2. Right? Your cell phone will set it off, but you got to watch everybody. Okay, it's going off. Where's everybody's cell phones before you can say, hey, we got something going on here and stuff, because a lot of your equipment gets sets off by the cell phones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and lately, I mean, honestly, when we do investigations, stuff like that, like this weekend investigation, Paul's going to be there. Paul brings his own equipment that he makes. So he really puts a lot of time and effort into making it himself because he knows, like with the REM pod, for example, he has these things that he calls cans that basically they do the same thing a REM pod does, but they also use the atmosphere, like the weather change and stuff like he's made so much equipment that he wants it different than that. Like he's found flaws in REM pods, he's found flaws in K2s, he's found flaws in everything, and the EDI. So he really finds those flaws and makes equipment so they don't have those flaws. Mm-hmm. So that's what's so amazing with his stuff. And I know so many people have asked him to make it and buy it, but he just won't do it. Like, he can make a lot of money, but at the same time, he don't want his inventions out there that he is creating and taking all this time in engineering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, we got another question from none other than Darren. If you had a chance to make a Ouija board, how different would you make yours from the rest? And what special features would you want it to do?
That's a good question. Honestly, I would never create my own Ouija board. I like to collect them. So I have some from like the 50s and 60s. Oh, nice. I really like using a lot of those. I don't think I would ever just create my own, just because, like, to me, my, like, view of a Ouija boards are, like, I always have people ask, why do you use it? Well, there's no difference than me standing in a room saying, hey, is there anyone here with me right now? Or going and sitting down on the ground, putting your hands on it and saying, hey, is anyone here with me right now? It's the same thing. Right. You're asking a question, and I don't think there's a difference. So I don't really know if there's anything I would add to them. I think just people that do use them just have to learn how to really use them, with opening it and closing it. And that's kind of something,
Yeah. I haven't used one for like ever.
It's been since I was a kid. We were in high school when last time I used it.
Oh yeah, you guys used it in the high school.
Yeah, we used it in high school in study hall.
I mean, it's the same thing though. Like all of our equipment that we use is for a way of communication. So is an Ouija board. So, but unfortunately, it's gotten stereotyped that you're summoning the devil with them because of Hollywood and all this other crap. Like last weekend at the Girl Scouts lecture that I was getting a Q&A and an investigation form. One of the little girls was like, she's like, what do you think of a Ouija boards? Because my priest says that you summon the devil. I was laughing at that because it's funny. Like I was like, oh my gosh. I explained about why I use them and stuff, and then it's not to summon the devil. And her mom came up to me after that and was laughing. She's like, yeah, that's what our priest told her. I said, I'm not surprised.
Oh my god.
That doesn't surprise me, but I go, no, you're not summoning the devil. She got a kick out of it. She had a blast with it. That was one of the funnest events I've ever been asked to do.
Did they have a lot of questions for you?
Yeah, so it was like before, and then we went and investigated. So they broke it up in 4 groups, and they came in this. So there was this big shed there, and what happened on that land was there used to be a farm. Right now it's a camp. It's for like Girl Scouts and that. But before that, there was farmland there. And in the house, there was a family that lived there. And the dad snapped and murdered the wife and threw the kid in the river right next to it. And so everything was right on that we were asking. It was answering to it. Well, we got mostly all the communication for the mom. And they had a blast. We physically saw one of the parents' hair get flipped up. She was freaked out after that, but it was really cool. Like they asked me to do another one next spring out at Buffalo Bills Ranch in Mansion.
Oh yeah.
So I'm definitely down for that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So, and that's things like I just feel like it's best to do. Like, I'm just taking a step back, but this is for a good cause, you know. Like, this is the Girl Scouts wanting to learn, and this ain't like I'm going down to the Sally House and just leading a ghost hunt 101, you know.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, we got a couple more questions here. If you come across a full body apparition, who would you want it to be, and what would you say?
I'm not really sure who I would want it to be, honestly. Like, me personally, I just don't investigate, like, any family members. Or if one of my friends comes up to me and says, hey, can you communicate with my grandpa or something, I just don't feel right doing that stuff.
Right.
I mean, I can be honest, I have plenty of ghosts in my house. Like, I'm not. So, like, I don't know who they are. One's an old man. He just kind of comes and sits down and just kind of chills. And I don't know who he is. It could be my step-grandpa that my son was really close with, but I've never wanted to ask. You know, I have a lot of his stuff. I have his old Navy uniform. He used to collect belt buckles, and Caden has a ton of those. So, it could definitely be him, but I just don't ask. And I don't really know, like, who I would really want. I mean, that's a crazy one. Like, Michael Jackson's out because I don't want to make love to that dude. There's a lot. Like, I don't really know. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer would eat me, so I don't really know.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Matt said on here, last time I used a Ouija board, I ended up dating Zozo. Never doing that again.
You gotta be careful with them sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Could cause a wreck, man.
Okay, let's see here. I lost my spot. Okay, we have another question. Do you believe in holy water, or is it just water?
That's a good question. I think that's on religious beliefs. I don't know if I mean, when I do the stuff, I actually take religion out of it. I don't use anything religion. Like me, myself too, I don't protect myself going in. So therefore I don't use holy water.
Right.
To me, you know, my opinion on protection is if you're going in, you're basically shooing them away. You know what I mean? And I get some people's aspect of, you're shielding yourself from them attaching to you. I get that. But at the same time, if you have this stone that's, you know, like huge on you and all that, like, how do you not know that when you're not getting activity, maybe they're not coming towards you because of that? You know? So I don't know if that's just my way of thinking. So I don't ever carry sage or stones or anything like that on me, just because, like, I'm there to investigate them. I don't want to shield them away from me, you know? So I will do whatever I can not to. So
I don't wear anything.
That's a good question. I don't know if I really truly believe in holy water. I think it goes back to your religious beliefs, honestly.
Yeah.
And your faith.
That, and I think your mind plays a lot. If you believe it's holy water, and you believe in it's going to protect you, it's going to protect you.
Right.
Whatever you carry, it's going to protect you. Whatever you've got your mind set to, it's going to protect you.
Yeah.
It's totally, I agree. And, you know, with the mind thing, too, that you hit on that, like, it's one of those things like Josh, myself, and Hurd and Hauser have all talked about is how much do we actually create? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how much do we really create of this? Yes, we know they exist. We know they're here. But when we're at, like, let's say Malvern Manor, right? Like, we're there investigating the Malvern Manor, and we want to talk to Hank, right? We all know what he was like when he was alive, with how he was angry and upset at people. Well, how do we know that we're not really creating the answers that we think he's saying to us?
Right.
You know, or Inez Gibson. Inez never died in the manor. You know, she died catty corner right behind Classic Cafe is where the actual house was or is down a little bit at the thing. So how do we not know that we're hearing what we want to hear? You know, like, that's where I think I've seen that a lot with spirit box sessions. People are saying, oh, it said this, but it's not saying that, because there's two other people that say, nah, it didn't say that. But that person wants to hear that so bad, so they're hearing that.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. We have some of that, I think, with
the couple we go with.
Yeah.
That's why we've went away from just the spirit box, and we listen to it through the headphones, and only one person's hearing it. That way you're not got three different answers, and this is what, like, Allison will wear them for one session, and this is what she's coming up with, and if it matches our questions, well, it's kind of working then. Just like we did it in the Villisca attic. You didn't get to go. You were sick that night.
Yeah, I had the flu.
But Johnny kept coming up. She'd ask a question, and I kept yelling out Johnny, and they wanted Johnny, and they didn't want her questions.
Right. Yeah, it's, you know, with us, like, especially with the Brush with Evil 3, or, you know, I have a couple things premiering on video here soon that will get announced. It came down to, you know, especially, like, people know that it's not a surprise now that the Damn Ladies has a thing coming out on VideoSpace, you know, and they, you know, throughout filming that, it takes their whole team and myself and Paul, we all listen to the evidence. Like, they'll do their own recorders, and then we'll send it on a Dropbox, and then we all listen to it and decide, did it really say that or not? Is it worth putting in there? Is it not?
Right.
And because we don't want to put out fake stuff, and that's something like Terrify has. When we all came together, we said, we will not put out fake stuff. Like, even if the episode is boring, well, that's investigation. That is 100% paranormal investigation, and we don't want to put out fake BS at all. So
exactly. I agree with that 100%. Because you're not going to get something every single time you go. Like, we went to Squirrel Cage, and we got absolutely nothing. It was freaking boring as hell. Not going to lie.
We didn't get nothing on the recorders, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just part of it.
Right.
All right, let's see. We got a couple more questions here. What investigation has left an imprint on you that this shit is real?
I mean, there's multiple of them. I could probably speak for over like an hour on multiple of them. I would say for sure last February when Steve was from Ghost Hunters was there at the manor, that 6'1" apparition, like I don't even know how to really like say what it was. Was it a shadow? Was it an apparition? What was it? I don't know. Like, I literally thought it was a human being in there during that event, and we called it out. There was me, Jamie, who runs HauntCon, and then this other Gabby that lives in Texas, and we all three were together down Shadow Hall by ourselves, and we all saw this guy, and he was standing in what they call the dizzy room, and I was like, hey, who are you? Stuff like that. And he like kept staring at the mirror, and I'm like, who are you? And I kept inching closer and closer. Finally, he turned around, and I'm like, okay, who are you? Like, we all thought it was 100% a human being. And then it like bum rushed us, and like, I was ready to start swinging, but then I was like, nah, I'm getting the hell out of this joint. Like, Jamie screamed as loud as she can. She's from the Shadow Hall. They could hear her all the way up in the attic, screaming so loud. And it was, I mean, seeing that's not okay. I mean, I've seen so much in that building alone that if you don't believe, go to the Sally House or go to the Malvern Manor, you will believe. I mean, I'm not saying you will believe, but that will change your mind. I did a ghost hunt not last weekend, the weekend before, Ghost Hunting 101, there was a group of girls that were there. One of them was 100% a skeptic. She did not believe it. She even straight up said, I don't believe this stuff. By the end of the night, her jaw was dropped, her eyes were open. She said, I am 100% a believer. Like, all this activity that happened at the Sally house that night, she 100% believed. She saw 2 shadows. I saw them. And another person did as well.
Wow.
She was 100% a believer after that.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. We have another question. Do you think that VR has a place in the paranormal field?
I mean, it could. I mean, I think anything can have, a place in the paranormal field. Like, for example, SLS cams, right? Like, those are taken Xbox 360 or Xbox One cameras and used in the field,
Right.
So yeah, I think anything can be used. It's going to be that person that comes up with it. Paul probably could, but it's just going to take that person that's going to do it, and then you're still going to have those people that are going to hate on it and say, no, that's bullshit.
You're always going to have those, no matter what.
No matter what you do, yeah.
Right.
All right, let's see here. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I hate that there's a delay in all the question things half the time, so,
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there is one. It disappeared. Okay, hang on, here's another one. If you had a chance to buy a haunted location or house, what would it be and why?
Man, that's a big question there. What house would I want to buy? I mean, I don't know. Honestly, there's so many awesome ones. Like, if I had the money to buy locations, I mean, I would probably honestly buy the Axe Murder House for Johnny Hauser because, I mean, nothing against Martha. I love Martha, but Johnny's the face of it,
Right, absolutely.
Josh is the face of the Malvern Manor. I'd buy the manor for Josh. Like, that's your faces of it, and you know that it's going to be in good care.
Right.
I don't know if I'd want to own a location because I've seen all the work that you have to do to put into it, and which is a lot. But I would probably buy each of those locations for my buddies. Like they deserve, or go find a place that is just looks run down. I mean, there may be activity, there might not be, but there's gold mines out there. Just nobody's found them yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. Sorry.
I know Wolf had one, but it disappeared.
Yeah. There was a question on there, but it disappeared. I'm not sure where it went, and I'm not sure where he went, so. I didn't want to skip out on his question, but it's not there anymore, so I can't ask it. All right, so what do you have in the works for now? Like, what are you working on?
Well, currently I'm trying not to pull my hair out for this event, but
yeah, that's true.
I mean, no, tomorrow I'm just taking it day by day. Honestly, I have those films that are on the drawing board right now. I just have to get everything lined up. We are editing 1903. I've been filming the Damn Lady stuff still for them. The first episode is coming out here real soon. I can't say the date. As well as my film Haunted Past will be out as well. That was my first ever film I ever made in college, and it's cool that she's putting it up there. I won a film festival with it, so I was proud of that. But it is going on there. It's cool. I've definitely seen how much better I am now than I was back then. But I mean, I'm just taking it day by day. Like tomorrow's, I pick up Elizabeth at the airport. Me, her, and Ashley Godwin are gonna go on a adventure tomorrow. We're gonna stop at. So far, we have 3 haunted locations that we're gonna stop at and go check them out in Iowa. So. That's kind of the next step, and it's going to be a long night tomorrow night. I can tell you that. So, but we'll be all at the manor hanging out. So, should be a blast tomorrow. So, and then just getting Saturday going up and running. Honestly, that'll probably be my last event I host. This will be the 3rd year in a row now. It takes a lot of work to do events and. Money.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true there.
it's worth it though. You know, my thing with events is like, I don't care about the money of it. It's more the fact that like people get to come experience for people who have been in it for a while. And there's no there's no expert in this field. And if somebody says they're an expert, and I swear if somebody says they know the answers to the afterlife, they are the biggest bunch of bullshitters in the world.
Exactly.
They do not have the answers to the afterlife. I hate to say that. That's not, come on. Like, we will never know those answers until we're dead.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
That's just the way it is. And yeah, I mean, you want to research, what are you researching? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's there to research? Well, I mean, research a history of a place, cool, but how do you research the afterlife? Like, how? So, that's just kind of where I'm at with that one, you know?
All right, let's see. Okay, so there's another question here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out this question. Give me a minute. I put some tequila in my pop, so I'm kind of...
Now she's out of it.
It's been a long day, and I don't usually drink, so, you know.
Okay. What he wants to know...
What?
What?
It'll be like I'm talking to Helen Keller here in a second.
Maybe.
What one object in the world you would never want to be haunted?
An object I wouldn't want to be haunted?
You never want it to be haunted.
Hell, I don't know. Like, maybe my car so it don't drive itself off the road.
That would be a good one.
I mean, or the toilet. Like, I mean, like...
Wouldn't that be scary?
That is scary, though. You think about a haunted toilet, like if it sucks you in and stuff.
Sucks you in, or you feel something tickle ya.
Hey, don't even, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when I went down to Florida a month ago, they were talking about, like, snakes come up through the plumbing.
Oh, hell no.
I haven't got time for a snake to touch my ass.
Yeah, that would be kind of scary. No way in hell.
Like, I'd rather be a cellmate with Jeffrey Dahmer than I would hang out with a snake, like, for real.
I hate snakes. That is one thing I absolutely hate. When I was younger, I would pick them up and stuff, but now, hell no. No way.
Yeah, no, snakes, no.
Nope.
Not today. No.
Let's see here.
I think you might have already answered that one.
Yeah, I think so. Did we talk about what drove you to the paranormal? That was another question that we just got. Okay.
That was when
I think he might have missed.
Yeah, we talked about
Okay.
when I was a little 14-year-old boy.
That's right.
That's right, yes.
Wolf must have come in after.
Yeah. And I can't remember right now. I'm gonna be crawled under the desk sleeping at work tomorrow.
Jesus, am I talking to Gacy right now?
No. Oh my gosh.
Well, I got her in a good mood. I gave her some tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, the last time I had that, they had to drive to the back door of a Mexican restaurant. No, I haven't had that much tonight. No, but they had to pull up behind the Mexican restaurant.
Keep an eye. Don't let her get too much, or else she'll be trying to go home and get the ghost of Bundy out.
No, that's all she's gonna have is a shot. That's all she gets tonight.
That's all I'm having.
Yeah, don't need to get a call tomorrow that she's been going on a date with Bundy's ghost.
No, hell no. No way.
Spirits for the spirits. There you go. Okay.
We got another question here. What are your goals and what do you want to accomplish in the paranormal field?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, that's kind of in the paranormal field, because I'm stepping back.
Right.
So
that's true. Maybe he didn't hear about that.
My goal in life, my goal in life are just to raise my son to be a amazing man. Like, no matter what, he's really into the paranormal stuff, so I don't really keep him from it. But if I had to, eventually I'll get back in the field, right? Like, I'm just taking a break for now, just pay people shit. I mean, I don't really know if I have a goal. I just want to make films with my buddies, you know?
Right.
Make really good films that help change lives and stuff like that, or inspire people. But that's it. I mean, I don't really need to prove to anybody that this exists. You know, I don't need to research it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I think I know it exists just because of all the stuff I've experienced, and I'm always open to talk to somebody that doesn't believe in it. I think it's cool. You know, honestly, I like in everyone's opinions.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep. Absolutely. What was it? Well, I mean, I think my youngest one, I don't know if she really believes in that, but my oldest one does. We took her to Farrar and she about shit herself.
She was fine until we went down to the gym and the boiler room. She would not go.
It was the auditorium.
She didn't like the gym and boiler room either.
Yeah.
I've never been to Farrar, and I need to make my way. I know Will's asked me to come out there a few times, so I think I'm going to make my way out there eventually. Just this Sally House stuff really took a lot of my which is cool, you know.
Right.
I love that place. That town is jacked, beyond jacked. So, but yeah, I need to make it to Farrar. I really, honestly liked Manila when it was open, the schoolhouse, you know. That's what my documentary on the Haunted Past is actually on, is an investigation at Manila. So,
awesome.
And we had a lot of activity, and I really enjoyed that school. It's sad that it did get shut down.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, we went there, too.
Yeah, we didn't really. We got some in the auditorium, but in the hallways and in the classrooms, we really didn't get much.
No.
See, we got, you have to watch Haunted Past, though, but we ended up getting some in the music room. We started playing what was band music.
Oh, yeah.
And activity seemed to spike up. And then we went up to, I remember being up in the library. We did a session in the library, like a spirit box session, and I went down a floor. And a thing that we used to do as a team is we'd play tag. We would ask the spirit to go touch another person, right? And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it got me. Like, I didn't know where it asked me to, like, I didn't hear them upstairs at all. Supposedly Kyle asked it to come touch me in the ear. It sure touched me in the ear. So I remember going back up after, and Kyle's like, did anything touch you? I go, yeah, in the ear. He goes, are you serious? I said, yes. He goes, I asked it to. And I saw that all in the film back, which was super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I like to always experiment when I'm doing investigations. I don't,
we've done that several times at the manor.
Yeah, you got to see what works. Yeah, I would say, it's not antagonizing them, but if there's not activity, take a strobe light and strobe it. And you will see a spike in activity. And it happens like, I'll do it where I'm holding the dowsing rods and I'll say, where are you? And I'll have a strobe light flashing in one room and it'll point in the opposite direction.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll turn the strobe light to the direction where it says it's at.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, okay, where are you now? And the dowsing rods will switch to the other side.
Oh, gosh.
So it's like,
yeah, you have a strobe light.
It works. It's cool. It's super cool to just experiment different stuff,
Well, what we've done at the manor is I've been down the shadow hallway with a couple of people, and Allison's been in the attic, and I says, will you please go tell Allison to come down here? We need her. And it's come over the spirit box, Allison down.
Yeah.
Dang. See, that's cool.
Well, let's see here. We got another question. If I can read it. Got any new bets with Ron?
Man, see, Ron, this guy, right? Constantly. Okay, so here's the thing with Ron, right? And Louise, too, both of them. So we did our challenges, and everybody saw that they lost. Boo-hoo, right? So then Ron comes up with this clever idea of, he calls Josh up, and he said, what's the one thing that Case can't beat me at? Food. And so Ron decides to make hot wings and really, really hot sauce, thinking, I'm going to kick his ass, So I go over to his house, and I'm like, man, I can't do these. I don't want to do hot wings. I can't. I sat there and played like I don't eat hot wings.
Yeah.
And when it came to do it, man, I kicked him and Louise's ass.
Oh my gosh.
It was, I think I finished 8 of the hot ones.
Oh my gosh.
Ron had 5, Louise had 1. And then, so then the bet was to dress up like girls, right? So they lost. And I said, okay, well, Ron's like, what can you, I said, let me eat this wing. And it was triple ghost pepper sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll douse a wing in that, and I will eat that, and both of you guys have to dress up like women. So, of course, I did that. Ron actually did it. Luis still hasn't done it. So,
oh, my gosh. Well, have you tried
Ron's so fun. He's fun to hustle. We went bowling, too.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go bowling, you know. And I'm like, all right, I'm not very good. I just smoked him.
Oh my
I just, you know, I just played back, and then I kicked his ass.
Well, I told him I was going to help him with some skills.
What kind of skills? What are you talking about here?
We were going to teach him something that you couldn't do.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure out something, yeah.
We couldn't come up with nothing.
Oh, and then you got Luis who goes, well, you know what? Let's go play pool because I'm good at pool. Dude, why would you tell us you're good at pool? Like, don't tell us you're good at. That's like me saying, okay, guys, we're going to go play hockey one-on-one. I'm going to kick their ass, obviously.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's... Why would Ron and I take a bet knowing that he knows how to really play pool?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Let's be real here. Man.
Just like, yeah, well, we have a thing that when we hook up with Creeps, Adam wants to do some darts, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's been one of our things.
Old Loopy Louie will dress up like a woman at the manor on Friday. Then that's what I should have him do.
Oh my gosh, that would be that would be hilarious.
He still has to yet. He lost the bet. We saw it.
See? Yep, we all saw he lost it. But he ended up putting like a little speck of that ghost fire stuff on his wing, and he's like,
yeah.
If I eat this, I don't have to do it.
Oh.
And I never agreed to that, and he did it anyways. He's like, see, I don't have to do it. We're like, shut up.
Wow. Well, have you tried the Carolina Reaper?
I've had that before on jerky, yeah. And holy man.
Have you ever just eaten it though? Like I've eaten the pepper.
Hell no. Nope.
Nope,
I haven't.
nope,
Don't even
nope.
think of if Ron's listening, don't even think about it.
Okay, I'll just let him know that.
That's fine. I'll still do it. I don't care, man. It's a challenge. It's game on. Dude. Like, I don't care. After I ate those wings and then my that ghost pepper one, like triple ghost,
yeah.
My lips were swollen. I thought I was a Kardashian.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, actually the Reaper is hotter than the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
I've had them both.
Yeah, I've had the Reaper just on jerky, and man, talk about like wanting to just take your gut out and throw it away, you know?
Yeah, it would be good on jerky. I haven't had that.
I'm not into hot stuff. So.
I like spicy stuff.
Yeah, that Carolina Reaper though, that is brutal. I'd rather sleep with Stark weather than
that. Oh my gosh. Well, then I'm just going to have to talk to Ron about that.
He ain't going to do it.
Heck no. He could hardly handle the wings.
Maybe he'll just...
No,
well, maybe...
if he goes down and I have to give him CPR, like, I got time for this.
Maybe he'll just slip it into your food sometime.
And then we start the wings, right?
Yeah.
And this dude tells me he already took like 4 Tums or something like that. I don't remember. So he prepped himself.
Oh, jeez.
And he still got his ass kicked.
Oh. Okay, let's see here. We have another question. What is one haunted location that terrifies you that you will never go to?
I said that about the Sally house, but that one didn't come out as I go back there. I really don't know. Beatrice, there's this place in Beatrice, this hotel that was my first time ever crossing anything. I'm not saying demonic because I don't know if there really is that, but there was something evil in there. There's no power in that building, and I felt like I got electrocuted walking through this door. And it was one of the most ruthless nights of my life. and to where the point that I did stop for like 2 months after that because of that place. But I was like, you know what, we got to go back. There was only 3 of us that first time we went, and nobody stepped foot in this place since like 1980 something.
Oh, wow.
So you're talking that an abandonment for that long, and we went into it in 2017. So you're talking years after years of nobody going in there. Something pissed it off, and we, you know, and so I was like, you know what, let's go back again. I've got to face it, and I'm going to take the whole team with me, and we did. And it wasn't as active at that night. I think it's because the first time it knew it had us beat, and, you know, it could outnumber us 3, but when you had the whole team there, it couldn't take out the whole manpower. Plus, we knew what to expect the second time going in. So I don't really know if there is a place. I'm pretty cool with just being wherever. Yeah, I mean, place is scary, no matter what sometimes, you know.
Right.
Like that guy that came at me at the Manor, but I still go back to the Manor. You just got to kind of face it and go back, you know?
Right. Absolutely. Let's see here if there's anything else before I... oh, excuse me. What was that?
I don't know.
We have some noises going on in here. I was like, what the hell is that?
I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I heard that.
Earlier, the guy with his Hellcat was revving it up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, real nice when he does that at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Anything else? I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything.
I don't see nothing.
Oh, she doesn't see anything. It's probably that creepy ass doll you have here.
No, last time I went to the Manor, ever since I come home, I've been hearing a little kid and everything else in this house.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Dolls, clowns, punt, spike, dunk.
Oh, I mean, dolls are cool, so I have a haunted doll here at my house. Clowns I'm cool with, too, unless they're pedophiles. Or Gacy, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm cool with all of them, I guess. Like, spiders don't bother me at all. Like, snakes, though, hell. No, that's my biggest fear is a snake. So.
Yeah. I'm just writing this shit down, so.
I like snakes.
See, that's not cool. Like, snake is a snake. Like, if anybody ever asks if you ever encountered the devil, yes, I've counted many of them, which are snakes. Like,
you can't even handle a baby, like, gardener snake, or?
Hell no. Like, no. Not at all. Like, no. I can't stand them at all. All snakes are just nasty. They're disgusting. I don't know. Like, nope.
No.
That's just like at work. We have this, I work at a redemption center, so we have this belt that runs all the cans by, and they're picking them up and sorting them. Everybody on that line's afraid of snakes, so I find a baby gardener snake and throw it right in the middle, and the room just scatters.
See, that's no. I would rather literally have an elephant kick me in the nuts than I would ever see a snake. Let's be real.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was one thing. I used to work at Earl May, and we had people that came in and would feed their snakes. But if we ever had one at the store, there's no way in hell I'd be touching that or getting it out for anybody. There's no way. But luckily, we never had any there. Because that is one thing. Like, I touched all the lizards and everything. I had no problem with that. But a snake, hell no.
They're not so bad. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, just even talking about animals brings up the old quackers. So it's sad. Like,
yeah, the old quackers.
Yeah, everybody's heard. Like, the sad thing is, quackers is more popular than Hasket is.
I think so.
That's the truth. Like, that's the truth. Like, the weird, I kind of blame Ron for it, though, because Ron played a lot of Whitney Houston music, because he loves Whitney Houston, and, like, Quackers Drown, so it's like,
oh my
dude.
Gosh. Oh, like, yeah, that's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Right, Quackers must have been a huge fan of Whitney, I don't know.
I guess. Oh my gosh.
But how does your duck drown?
How does a duck drown?
I don't know, like, Ron is the worst person for a farm. Like, I'm not, like, no, nobody should call PETA on him or anything like that, right? But, like, I mean, Larry the Llama, we give all of his animals names, which is great. Like, Larry the Llama, that guy, I don't know what's wrong with that llama. Like, that thing is, I don't know, runs into walls, and now he has to like get a helmet. It's just not a very smart llama. You got Kathy the cow. Like, she's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh my God. Wow.
He said he has Stevie the snake. Like, I know he has Stevie the snake, but I just won't look at it. Like, I ain't got time for Stevie. So.
Do you even know what kind it is?
There's all kinds.
Is it like a ball python or?
I'm not for sure. A snake's a snake to me. Yeah, he's got Michael the monkey too. Like, Ron's got the collection, like his own little zoo. Like, Michael the monkey's cool, and of course he named him after Michael Jackson. So, which. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which was a little scary, you know. Like, Michael the monkey was getting around bleach. We're like, whoa, buddy. Like, yeah. We won't go there.
Oh shit! I've actually, my cousin, he caught. We were out fishing one time, and he caught a bullfrog. And when he was reeling it up, a snake attached itself to the bullfrog. So then I had to take that shit off the line.
Nope, I would have thrown the pole in the water and said, "See, I'll get a new one." Like, fishing poles are like $20 if that. Like,
yeah, that's true.
No, $20 as well. We're spent buying a new pole and having to deal with that. Nope, I would have launched it into the water.
Oh man, no, I didn't care at that time. I was young. I didn't care. But now, hell no, don't get me near that stuff.
I'm gonna have to remember that now.
No.
You said I can't scare you again.
No, you are not scaring me ever again. I'm not very easily scared, so she's only got me one time. So, yeah.
Yeah. I guess supposedly I'm a nightmare to investigate with because of air horns and all that. I mean,
yeah.
Nut up, Ron. You know, like
you just wait. We're gonna give him some skills.
Apex, good. I remember like blowing the air horn, and Angie from Apex literally sat there like her life just went outside of her body. It was the funniest thing in the world. Like, oh my God,
poor Angie.
Sat there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If I remember right, I think Jill was flipping me off. Like. Oh my God.
I probably would have had a few choice words.
I've never seen Ron jump so fast and run. That dude, like, oh my God, he was shaking.
I know. We saw. Yeah, you showed us the video. That was pretty great.
Oh yeah, that was great. I literally thought Muhammad Ali was down there. Not Ron.
Ron, run.
Hey, he was like Forrest Gump. He was gone.
Run.
Yeah, pretty much. He was yelling. He was running like crazy, and then he's just, Lieutenant Dan got ice cream. Oh, man, that dude. I love her. I investigated with Ron though.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Oh,
and the only one that knew that it was coming was Paul, and Paul like still jumped. And then you got Luis. I was like, oh, it didn't scare me. Shut up. I hope he's listening too. Come on. I mean, it scared me because it's loud. Hell, I almost ran out with Ron.
That's okay. The guys from Moth, I was down the shadow hallway laying there with all my equipment, concentrating, and they come and grab my feet and drag me down the hallway. Scared the out of me.
Yeah, that was great. Like, literally, I saw John standing there, and I was going to say something, and he's like, shh, and then, like, he just disappeared into the dark. I didn't see him again. I'm like, where the hell did he go? So then I turned my phone because I was live, and I'm like, oh, is there something down this way? And then next thing you know, he yanks her feet, and I've never seen her jump so high in my life. It was the greatest shit ever. We did get it on the DVR, which is great, but I didn't get it on my live feed, which sucked, but, it's okay.
Like, they always say cats have 9 lives. I think Josh Hurd has 20.
I think so.
Yeah.
I have scared Josh so many times in my life that, like, I put dolls randomly throughout the manor. The best one I ever got him, I got him twice in one night.
Oh, shit.
Like, there's 2 dolls there. I ended up putting one in the shower, like peeking out, because I knew whenever he leaves, he always goes to the bathroom before he leaves the place.
Yeah.
So I knew he was going to go in there. He goes in there. Damn it, like I was already gone. By that time I bailed, so I put one in the shower peeking out, and then I put one in his car, so when he got out, I took his keys and put him in his car, and when he got in, I remember getting a text, he's like, dick move, Case.
Yeah.
Got him twice.
Oh my gosh.
And one, I mean, every time, and then there's other times I'll go put another doll around the corner when he's giving a tour up in Captain's Wing, and he'll turn that corner, and next thing I know, he'll hear, Jesus, and the doll falls gets flying down from the steps. Like, that dude, he has 20 lives. Like, he's,
my gosh. Yeah, no, if I was him, if I had a doll in my car, if I was him, I'd probably kick your ass. Honestly.
It's fine. Yeah.
And you're doing the show with 200 dolls.
I know, there's 200 flipping dolls in this room.
Yeah, that's cool to me. That's cool.
Yeah, not so cool. All right, well, we'll wrap things up here. I'm just going to go through, give a quick shout out to everybody that was in chat tonight. Let's see, we had Dan, we had Shay, we had Matt, Jen B. Let's see here, we had Wolf, myself, Mama Pat. I think I'm forgetting somebody, but I really don't know.
No Haskett, huh? Ooh,
no.
That guy's going to get yelling at. Guy gets on and listens to his show, and Haskett becomes this Mr. Popular now. Can't get on no one else's.
Yeah, I guess. I know. I know, right?
All right, I see. Okay, Haskett. All right, we'll see how it is.
All right, well, thanks for being on, and have a good weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody, for listening tonight. Everybody who was in chat, everybody who wasn't in chat, we thank you all, and good night. Just hang on one second.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to REP Paranormal and Friends. Be sure to check out Kim and Allison on Facebook at REP Paranormal Busters.